Hi everybody, it's Sminty with our video for the 1st of June, June 1st for yournews.detroit.com. A couple things, all media notes today. I mentioned in my column that it was surprisingly rare to see Carmen Harlan and Devin Scillian do the late night newscast last night on Channel 4 after the Red Wings game. I think it's a sign that even some of the high-priced and primary anchor talent have to pitch in during these new austerities that all the TV and radio stations are facing. When a big event happens, they got to trot out the anchor people, the main anchors, and have them work the occasional Sunday. Some stations have done that during sweeps period. They'll bring in the anchors from Sunday through Thursday on the theory that Sunday is usually a highly watched television night. It is right now, but we're also out of a sweeps period. But keep an eye on that in the future. It's rare to see Carmen Harlan there on a Sunday night. Number two, I have a Drew Lane update for you. The radio trades reported today that Jay Severin, the controversial Boston talk show host that Drew sat in for a couple of weeks ago on WTKK in Boston, ended his suspension and will be back on the air today. What does that mean for Drew? Well, he tells me that the station is still interested in him in Boston and doing vacation fill-in here from Detroit. So he might appear again on Boston, working with some different people occasionally and getting back his chops. He's been off the air for a relatively long time. It'll be come October, which isn't that far off. Or September rather. It would be 2 years. So we'll look for him doing some vacation fill-in time, and we'll report to you on when those dates might be. It's fair to assume at this point that his return to Detroit radio is pretty much on the back burner. I'm sure monetary issues have a lot to do with that, but the other issue is that advertising is very, very tough for Detroit's radio and television stations, and no one is taking on salary. Everybody is shedding it. Speaking of that, Mickey Redmond and Bernie Smilowitz do the Channel 4 post-hockey game show. Over on Channel 2, you have Dan Miller with Kenny Daniels and Sean Baligian, who formerly was on WDFN. No offense to Sean, but that's a classic case of where radio personalities don't quite transfer over to television. Sean will get a crick on his neck looking over his left shoulder at the camera and with a kind of a forced smile, especially when they come back in from commercial breaks and the like. They have him seated on kind of an odd angle. He's not facing the camera naturally, so he has to look over the shoulder. He's done some TV on the Comcast broadcasts of the Plymouth Whalers games, but it's still kind of awkward. Smilowitz and Redmond, of course, Redmond brings an awful lot of knowledge about the team and keeps that show going. Bernie is largely a shtickmeister, and when he really has to work and show some sports insights, it shows. It's kind of a struggle. But, hey, maybe it'll be a 4-game sweep, and we only have 2 more of those left. That's the roundup for today. This is Sminty for June 1st on Monday. We'll be back tomorrow. Thanks for clicking on me.